Hello Cancer, I hope y'all are doing well. This is going to be a general reading for the next 72 hours. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. Cancer, we're going to do a flame forecast, which is where I'm just going to read the candle flame and then I'm going to get into the tarot, okay? I know this candle's on its last leg, y'all bear with me. Cancer, I do have personals open right now. It is a 3-question video reading. It is $25.25. You get it within 48 hours, but this does close out on August 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So if you're interested, get your hands on it. Details are down below. All right, Cancer, let's begin here and see what we've got going on for you. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements for the next 72 hours. Oh, you guys, some of you need to watch out for something here, like getting too close in a situation here. It's not necessarily that you need to have your guard up, but it does kind of feel like some of you might get close to a person and they're involved in something here that you shouldn't be. Like, say, for example, a workplace situation, right? Person might be nothing but trouble in the workplace and you are getting on at this new workplace, you know, and they befriend you. And so it's kind of like you're guilty by association. You know what I mean? So yeah, I would just be careful, and I would trust your gut in regards to who you're connecting with in new environments. Because for some of you, it's like, oh, well, this kind of feels weird. This person, they're not really a match to my vibe, but they are nice to me, so why not? And then all of a sudden, it's like, hey, you know, have you all just been standing there talking for 20 minutes, or have you been doing your job, right? So I feel like automatically, like the same tone is applied to you as it is to whoever this person is. Some of you, the letter T might be important. The letter C. The letter J. Something here is becoming a bigger problem than it used to be, which I think is an issue for some because you've expressed that this is a problem. So it's not like it's just that you've been bottling this up. It feels like you have talked about this, you have discussed it, and somebody's like continuing. You know what I mean? It's almost feeling to me like the flame goes down. You know, it feels to me like something gets better for a little bit and then it's back to where it was, right? This could be like a romantic connection. I don't know, but it could also be like a family member, issue with a family member here. Like, hey, you know, you said you would pay me back that money I loaned you. You've only given me $10 of that. And they're like, yeah, I'll give you, you know, another 20 on this day and then 30, right? And then they just don't, you know? It really feels like somebody's just doing things like the bare minimum, absolute bare minimum, and half the time not even that. That's the weird energy that I get here from this Cancer. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's climbed up pretty high all of a sudden here. That's interesting. Wow, I've never seen energy flip that fast in a reading like this. Some of you, an earth sign, like feels really passionate about you. I feel like a person's defending your name here. Yeah, it seems like a person's like defending your name. Or somebody's like, well, you know, you do that for Cancerian. And they're like, yeah, because Cancerian's awesome. And, you know, Cancerian would do that for me, right? A lot of you, I feel like, you know, you're only involving yourself in connections, friendships, whatever the case may be, with folks who don't expect things of you that they wouldn't do for you themselves, you know? I feel like a lot of you have been frustrated by people like this where they're like, hey, can you run me to this place and let me borrow money to buy this out of that place and take me back here, and you know what I mean? So I feel like there's somebody there, you have dealt with people similar to this, and you know, they wouldn't even, I can't think of like a smaller example here, but I feel like they wouldn't even do a fraction of that, right? So I feel like you've dealt with folks like this here, and now you're only choosing to deal with people who pour back into you. And I think that's important. I feel like that's an important lesson that you've been learning. Some of you closing out a cycle here with this Scorpio. You thought this Scorpio was a twin, but they're not. They're a karmic. There's also holes in someone's story here. There's holes in someone's story. I feel like you're going to figure it out. I feel like you're going to figure it out here. And that could be where that big energy flip is that we're seeing. But let's get into it with the tarot. This is the Millennial Tarot. Let's see what we have here for Cancer. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements over the next 72 hours. What card I wanted to flip? The Empress. There you go, Cancer. Yeah, I mean, that's where I see you draw that line here. Some of you, there's a person who is very much on edge. That could be where the energy is flipping. Someone's been very calm, cool, collected. You have the Empress showing up here and the King of Feels. Somebody's been very much in control of their emotions here, Cancerian. And now you move to the Seven of Vibes, which is the Seven of Wands. It says sorry, not sorry. And the Nine of Vibes is underneath it, on edge. I mean, it seems to me like for a lot of you, you block a person. That's the vibe that I get here. Suddenly you block a person and they go from calm to just very much on edge. I feel like that's where this energy flips really hard. Be ready. Because I feel like for a lot of you, you know, you got the Page of Swords. They're going to be there. I feel like someone's going to try to reach you in another way. I feel like you could block this person and they attempt to reach you in another way. Say, for example, if you know, you're on a certain social media platform, right? And you block them on there, but you forgot to block them on another one that you don't use as often. They may start creeping on you on there, or they may try to message you over there, right? So I do kind of get that energy here. This Taurus, this Libra, Scorpio. You got Sag, Leo, Air, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But look, you have the Seven of Swag as your overall energy, which is the Seven of Pentacles. It's the hustle culture card. Some of you, I feel like you could be trying to pull your energy back from that type of, you know, culture over the next 72 hours. You may not be wanting to pour so much into, you know, maybe you're feeling like, I feel like your relationship with work is going to change. Your relationship with, like, am I providing value? It's not going to be directly related to productivity. So yeah, I do feel like that could be shifting here for some of you. The Empress showing up as your very first card. Some of you, you could start working on an Etsy shop. This says the Etsy Queen. Some of you, maybe you already have an Etsy shop. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't really matter. You have the King of Feels here, King of Cups energy, stay-at-home dad. Some of you could be defying some gender norms here as well. It's not even just about like stay-at-home dad energy, but I feel like some of you could just be going against the norm. And that could be a problem for people in your life. And so, yeah, I feel like that's kind of rubbing you the wrong way. And some of you, that could be the energy that you're blocking out here, as folks who are judging you for the way that you're going about your path and the vision that you have for yourself. But yeah, I do feel like the King of Cups energy showing up here too over the next 72 hours is you processing something on an emotional level. Something you waited on finally came in, and some of you are like, do I still want this? So I do see some of you might be questioning something about a vehicle as well. Do I get a new vehicle? Do I try to get this one fixed? What do I do? Do I trade it? You know, it's kind of giving me that energy as well. Someone that you're close with at work could be trying to hang out outside of work as well. This Cancerian or this Earth sign. But look, you know, you got this Seven of Wands, Nine of Vibes. Somebody's definitely on edge because you've drawn a line in the sand here. You're like, don't ask me for any more money. Or you're like, don't message me again. You know, don't, like, we're not doing this anymore, right? So, yeah, it's like you've given me nothing. You've poured no energy into me. You know, you wouldn't do the same for me. That's the energy that I feel a lot of you in, is you wouldn't do the same for me. I feel like some of you are going to have to be ready to say that over the next 72 hours. It's like, honestly, this is what I poured into this, and you would not do it for me, right? Not only did you not do it for me ever, but you wouldn't. And we both know it, right? It's giving me that energy because somebody's going to hit you back with, well, you know, I would if I could, but blah, blah, blah. And it's like, no. No, you know, because you were up against your own challenges, Cancerian, and you still found a way, right? Six of Vibes, Six of Wands. It says squad goals. Some of you could be hanging out with friends, family over the next 72 hours, lifting your spirits here. This feels really good, feels really positive. Somebody's watching this happen, though. Somebody knows that you're having fun. You're like out having a good time. It doesn't matter to you that they're like ignoring you, or that they're not speaking to you, or, somebody's really upset that their absence is not affecting you like they wanted it to, This also says teletherapist. Some of you, that could be a job that you might start looking into in the future, but it could be something that you're actually doing. Maybe you are connecting with a teletherapist, and, Seven of Swag, this is Seven of Pentacles. Maybe you're talking about, the time, effort, and energy, or even money that you've invested into certain people, situations, etc., and the turnout of those, right? And so that could be something that you're processing here over the next 72 hours. But that's what I'm seeing here for you, Cancer. I hope that this was helpful. If anything was unclear, please shoot me. Oh, no. That is the ending to my personal readings. So sorry, you all. But Cancer, what is the right ending? What is the right closing statement here? I do read for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter placements. So if you want to watch out for your other signs, you're more than welcome to do that. You could also check out the deal that I have going on. It is a 3-question video reading. It is $25.25. You get it within 48 hours. This does close out on August 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So if you are interested, get your hands on that. Details are down below. But if this is where we part, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you, and hopefully I will see you next time. Y'all take care.